Okay, welcome back.
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
Let's have a drink together to pass the time while you're waiting, eh? On me.
That's kind of you, lad. Good luck to you.
Okay, let's have some good time. This is a tailor. I'm gonna have to play dice with him.
May it serve you.
You look like a fellow who's been around. Tell me, what's going on in the countryside? Are the roads safe?
Oh, it's safer in the province now. There was a pack of enemy cutthroats holed up in Pribyslavitz, north of Talmberg. Mercenaries, bandits, cumans, and other rabble. But we attacked them and smashed them to pieces. So yes, the roads are safer now.
My word. And who led the attack?
I did, the knight in glorious shining armor.
I did. The bold Henry of Skalitz. Let's have a drink to my bravery.
Well now, I had no idea I was sitting here with such a warrior. A toast to your bravery.
Bravery it was, I cannot deny. Not one of them could match me in combat. Ha! Let's drink to my sword fighting skill.
To your incomparable skill, Master Swordsman.
I rained a barrage of blows on the enemy's heads, to my strength and speed.
Aye, aye, to your fast, powerful arm.
But first I had to track down their lair. So, let's drink to my cunning too.
Is that so? Then you have the cunning of a fox.
Okay, I need to go through all of those cups.
I think I overdid it a bit.
My drinking skill needs to improve.
Well, there was a band of brigands on the rampage in the province. They attacked the stud farm at Neuhof, killed old Smill, the owner, and torched the stables.
So it's true then? I heard some talk about it, but I thought it was exaggerated. Maybe I should take an escort with me.
No, not to worry. Fortunately, I caught up with those bastards and put a stop to their pillaging.
That's good news indeed. Let's drink to your accomplishment.
It was no easy matter, I can tell you. They were cleverly holed up, but they weren't smart enough for me. Ha! To my wits!
Ha ha! To your wits!
Okay, a third of the cups. Hopefully I don't go too far.
Sigismund's hordes attacked Skalitz, razed the castle, pillaged the whole area, and slaughtered a lot of people.
I heard, lad. I heard. God have mercy on those poor souls.
They didn't get everyone, though. Some people took refuge in the castle, and during a nighttime storm, Sir Radzig led them to safety through a secret passage, right under the enemy's nose.
That was smart. And brave.
It certainly was. Let's drink to Sir Radzig.
To the quick-witted Sir Radzig.
I am no knight, by the way, good sir.
Did you hear what happened in Merhoyed?
No? What happened there?
Some bandits attacked the locals.
God have mercy. It seems that's the lot of decent folk on this earth. Some fucker thinks he can take what he wants by the sword, and there's damn little you can do about it.
Ah, but the villagers weren't such an easy mark. They stood up to them and put up a fight. They even managed to take one captive.
Good on them. That's what those bastards deserve.
But it didn't end with that. Some pestilence broke out, and people thought it was the plague.
God have mercy on us.
It turned out it wasn't the plague, though. Those murdering bastards poisoned the wells there.
The low-down whoresons. They ought to hang. The lot of them.
Let's drink to those brave souls in Merhoyed. They stood up to a pack of cutthroats and captured one.
Glory to them!
Not even the pestilence could break them. With the help of Brother Nicodemus, they recovered.
Glory to your brother Nicodemus too.
Aye, and may trouble pass them by now and leave them to enjoy the peace they deserve.
Aye, peace to all people with good souls.
Okay, only 4 cups left. Getting pretty drunk here.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, that was a close thing. I'd better watch it.
I will.
So, you're going to Kuttenberg, eh?
That's right.
That's nice. I've never been there. What's it like?
Ah, it's great, lad. Grand it is. Kuttenberg is a big town with strong walls and more churches than you'd count on your fingers. Even the king himself has a palace there, and it's packed with people. When there's a fair, the whole town is on its feet. You've never seen the like. But the city elders are troubled now. Sigismund and his army are camped near the town, and nothing good can come of that.
The devil take that damn Sigismund! He's done damage enough here already!
My word, lad, what's got into you?
I'm from Scallis. Sigismund's army laid waste to the place.
Oh, I'm sorry. That must have been awful.
Awful hardly describes it. I'd tell you about it, but first I'd have to drink. A lot.
Then let's drink.
Okay.
Just as you ordered.
Well, enough chat. How about a little game before you set off? To pass the time.
Sure, one little game to pass the time. That doesn't even count, does it?
Ah, not even worth mentioning in confession. We'll drink to it. May they roll fairly.
Okay then. Let's begin. Okay. Yeah, that's the drink.
Let's do it then.
I'll be back.
I'll
in 2 shakes.
wager 1.5 score.
Just enough to make it interesting? Right, let's throw quickly and I'll be on my way.
Sure. And the lucky playing die.
May the best man win.
I am pretty fucking drunk. Let's leave it there.
Curses. Why did I even start this game? This'll be the one. I don't believe it.
A tankard here!
Certainly, I'll fetch it right away.
Damn. I should never have played with you.
Ah, it didn't cost you much, did it? You'll do better next time.
No, I'll play no more today. I can see my luck's not in.
There. Satisfied?
Just one little game.
I'll be back in
And
2
I thought
shakes.
you were made of sterner stuff.
I'll bring
Oh well,
it right
if you
away.
don't want a chance to win your coin back, fine by me.
Oh yeah? Don't get too fond of those groschen, because I'll be having them back.
That's the spirit. I'll wager 1.5 score.
Just enough to make it interesting? Right, let's throw quickly and I'll be on my way. St. George, guide my hand. If I was in your shoes, I'd pass while the going's good.
I need to lose this, actually.
Shouldn't I? No, I daren't.
The service is a bit slow here today.
Coming.
A tankard of ale for me.
As you wish.
There's a
We'll
certain...
see.
Yeah, there is a certain strategy involved in this. Okay, he's got 300.
This'll be the one.
Or you'll lose horribly. But I need to let him win.
Your turn.
Here, just as you... Coming right up.
That's it.
Here.
Jesus. What do I have to do to get a drink here?
There's cautious, and then there's chicken. Which is it?
Coming.
Okay, he's won.
Ah, Sakra. I almost had you.
A bit of practice is what you need, lad. You'll get the hang of it in time.
Time? But I need that coin now. Come on, then. You have to give me a chance to get my groschen back.
You can try, but don't blame me if you lose what you have left.
Sure, whatever. Let's play. 3 score.
Sure, go on then, throw. Your fame precedes you, but you won't get the better of me.
Now, that's more like it.
Okay.
We'll see.
Hey, let's
So he
go.
seems to have the same exact dice. In that sense.
As you
That's
wish.
it.
I really wish this drunken effect would go, but yeah.
That's all.
I'll need to be careful. Oh, I could put an end to him right here.
There's cautious, and then there's chicken. Which is it?
Let me have some grub.
One beer
Whatever's
for me.
quick.
Cussed luck!
good health.
Dice is made to be thrown, not to sit on the table ignored. Your turn.
Got it for you right here.
We'll see.
I'll be back into my... Here, just as you ordered.
Bloody Quicksilver.
Dice is made to be thrown, not to sit on the table ignored.
One ale, please.
Okay, he's won, probably, hopefully.
Christ, those damn dice are hexed.
Ah, bollocks. There's nothing wrong with the dice. It's all in the wrist action.
Oh, wrist my ass. Save the advice and let's play. I'll show you. I'll wager 600 groschen. No, put up everything you have and I'll match it.
You can't be serious. You don't have that much money. And then you'll try and wriggle out of it.
Ah, but I do. Look. So, what do you say?
All right. If you insist. Just remember, a wager lost is a debt of honor.
Don't worry. I won't forget. On my word.
Coming.
So bring it on.
I've done well so far. I could have beaten him in almost all the games that I've played against him so far. Okay, hopefully this will go well. Just give me anything. A 1, a 3. Yeah, there's a 1. Okay.
Certainly. I'll fetch it right away.
We'll see.
Here you are, and good health.
That's all.
Coming.
Ha! Groschen for me.
Herrgott. 600 groschen. Oh my god, what have I done? That money was for buying cloth. What shall I do now?
Actually, it wasn't by chance that I ran into you. It was your wife who sent me to you.
What? Guta? Why would she do that?
She did it for your own good. She wanted you to quit playing, and she didn't know how to get through to you.
Aye. She nagged at me about it, alright. That's women for you, though.
Ambrose, can't you see how easily you were tempted into wagering everything you had on dice? You're bringing misfortune down on yourself and your family.
Yes. Yes, you're right. I got carried away. But what am I to do now?
Ask your wife for forgiveness, and swear by the Blessed Virgin that you'll never pick up dice again.
You're right. My passion for dice has gone too far. I'll do what you say.
And give me those dice, so they don't tempt you to play again. I'll throw them down a well where they can't put sinful thoughts in your head.
But those aren't just any old dice that you can get anywhere. They bring luck. Well, mostly.
Ambrose.
I don't play with them much. I keep them hidden away for special occasions. Oh, all right. Here you are. Listen, Henry. The money you won from me, do you think maybe I could get it back? I've learned my lesson, I swear. But now I have to go and buy that cloth, and I can't pay for it.
Well, I'm glad you've seen the error of your ways, but you're not getting your coin back. That wouldn't be much of a lesson. This way you won't forget in a hurry.
I beg you, please. If I don't buy that cloth, I won't be able to make those clothes for Sir Sebastian. That could finish me as a tailor.
I'll give you nothing. Do you think this was some joke? Stop whining and face the consequences of your own foolishness.
If that's how you want it, I won't force you. But one day you'll answer for your sins too. Mark my words.
I'm gonna give the coin to his wife. I should, at least.
Yeah.
I mean, she said to give it to her, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be furious. Oh dear lord, this is horrible.
Hey, who's there? Oh, what have we got here? Entertainment? Oh, great. What the hell was that? What's that? What are you doing here? Tired of life, are you? Is that all you've got? Ah! No more fooling around. Is that the best you can do? Ha!
Well, how did it go with that husband of mine?
I played him and took him for everything he had.
I see. So he played again.
I had a heart-to-heart talk with him, and in the end, he promised he wouldn't gamble again. He even gave me his dice.
That sounds promising. Thank you, Henry. But what about the money he lost? Did you give it back to him?
I didn't give him anything back. Let him learn his lesson.
What? You can't mean that. What will we do?
Here you are. All I wanted was to teach him a lesson. I wouldn't want you to suffer.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Henry.
You! Stop right where you are. Surrender.
Hey, you!
You're under arrest for breaking the law. Got you, you murdering swine. No one gets away with murder here. You're in for a lesson you won't forget. Personally, I'd rather string you up. But unfortunately, all I can do is throw you in jail.
You're making a serious mistake.
But that won't help.
Jail it is, then.
You'll love it there.
Okay. Seven days in jail. That's not too bad, though. I mean, the wife did ask me to. I should reload the save at then. I mean, it is important for the wife to understand. I mean, the wife asked me to give the coin to her, not her husband. Okay, so I've served my time, and the second phase of the Ratai tournament should be available to me right now. No, there is no phases, I think. It's more so you can get pieces of the armor of Lipa. Yeah, you know what, I'll just reload, go back again, hopefully avoid the guard, one way or another.
I'll bring you up.
That's a good.
What the fuck? How did I fall from the horse like that?
Oh, what have we
Well,
got here?
how did it go with that husband of mine?
I played him.
I see.
I had a heart.
That sounds... But...
I didn't give him.
What?
Here you are. All I wanted was to teach him a lesson. I wouldn't want you to suffer.
That's wonderful.
Henry!
My word, Johanka. That speech of yours on the square. I swear I never heard anything like it in my life.
So, what do you think? Was it all right?
Dearest Mary, Heavenly Virgin among
I'm at a loss
virgins,
for words.
please look down on me.
It was great.
a humble
It
mortal,
sounded almost like it
and
wasn't
hear
you
my
at all.
prayer. My daughter
I never
Barbara is
expected
soon
you'd
to
say
be
such
married.
things.
Grant me good
Flames, a
fortune in
golden
my trade,
city, beasts of
so
hell.
I
It was
can give her a fine marriage feast and a
awe-inspiring.
good dowry.
You even
Said
put the
Hedvig,
fear of God into me.
"Let their marriage
I
be
heaved
a
a sigh of
good one
relief when the
and blessed
Virgin
with
Mary
children.
came and
I will
everything
pray
ended
every
well.
evening
It was the best
and give
sermon I ever
thanks to
heard.
you. Amen.
I mean it.
Oh, thank you, Henry. I don't even know how I did it. I just opened my mouth and the words came by themselves. What about other people? What did they say?
I'd say they liked it. Everyone was quite spellbound.
Oh, that's a good thing, isn't it? And do you think it made sense? That it was clear what I wanted to say?
Oh, yes. Clear as day. It was a warning that we shouldn't be proud. Like those people in the Golden City.
Something like that. But it wasn't just about pride, but about all our sins. We must amend our ways and live virtuous lives. Only then will the Virgin grant us her mercy.
Aha, right. That makes sense. I get it now.
I'm glad you do. I hope the others understood too. Thank you, Henry. I'm glad you were there with me.
So am I. I wouldn't have missed it for the world. How is Matthias doing?
I think he's getting better. It looks like his fever's fallen. Sometimes we even talk for a while. I just hope he doesn't relapse again.
Nah, he'll pull out of it. You'll see. I see things are looking up for you. You even got a roof over your head. I'm glad you don't have to sleep in that stable anymore. And it seems the overseer coughed up a groschen or two in the end, eh?
Yes. I'm glad too, but it's a little bit complicated. Monastery affairs, you know. I won't bother you with the details.
Well, what's so complicated? They finally showed appreciation for everything you do here, right?
Yes, something like that. Can we just talk about something else, please?
What's got into you? You're not yourself at all. Is something wrong?
Oh, Henry. If only you knew.
What's the matter?
Sir Sebastian. He kept coming here, always bringing me gifts, a dress, a piece of jewelry. He was so persistent. I was completely worn out from everything. And he was the only one here who showed me any sympathy, any understanding. He was quite kind, actually. And then once, more than once, I went with him. Then he had this room cleared out and gave it to me.
But you're not to blame. These things happen. He's a noble, and he can do whatever he feels like. Took advantage of you.
But it's all over, I swear. Since I started having those dreams, I haven't been with him. I sold all the things he gave me and bought food and supplies for the sick. I still feel terrible about it. I think maybe it's because of me that Matthias isn't getting better. If I had been more virtuous...
Don't be so hard on yourself. The important thing is you ended it, and you tried to make amends.
I'm so ashamed, Henry. Please forgive me, and don't tell Matthias or anyone else, I beg you.
I won't breathe a word. I promise.
Thank you, Henry. Thank you. I feel relieved for telling you. You're so understanding.
God be with you.
God be with you, Henry.
I went to see the tailor's wife, like you wanted.
Oh, and how did it go?
I think it turned out well. Ambrose admitted he was overdoing it with the dice playing and promised to quit.
That's great news, Henry. You've helped him and his wife a lot. Thank you. You're a true friend. I think this is exactly what the Blessed Virgin wants from us.
How are things going otherwise?
You wouldn't believe what happened. One of the bathhouse wenches came to me.
Oh? What does she want?
She said she wanted to find a different job. Something more virtuous. She said she decided to change her life after listening to me on the square.
See what you're capable of? Our Lady didn't pick you for nothing. You help everyone around you. I think you're really great, Johanka.
That's very sweet of you, Henry. Thank you. If only there were more like that, though.
How do you mean?
I mean, more people who want to find a better, more virtuous life. If only we could help them to do that.
I might know of someone. There's this prostitute in Ledechko. Adela, her name is.
And how do you know her?
I happened across her by chance when I was tracking the Neuhof raiders. Don't look at me like that. She was mixed up with one of them and I had to question her. I wouldn't say she was particularly happy there either.
That sounds promising, Henry. We should try and help her.
But how?
I'm not sure, but maybe we could persuade her to give up what she's doing and find a different job. If she works at the baths, she'll surely have knowledge of some basic things.
What basic things? Laundry?
No, she'd know about healing wounds, health-giving decoctions, bloodletting and the like. And I could certainly use a second pair of hands here.
You're right. I'll head off right now. If it's the will of the Blessed Virgin, it must be done.
Henry, please try and convince her. I can find a place for her here. God be with you.
Okay, I think this will teleport me, or... well, like... Yep.
Good health to you.
It was young Zmola.
What?
Zmola's the one responsible for all the thefts and death. He tried to kill me and Leszek and God knows who else.
Sweet Jesus. Where is he now?
He ran away, and I doubt he'll come back. He knows the gallows await him.
So is that the end of it, do you think?
It looks that way. I don't know if he had any cronies, but if he did, they'll be lying low from now on.
I'm glad to hear that. After all the horrible things that have happened, we'll have to reconsecrate part of the monastery. See you later.
I'm gonna steal from one who would... well, I don't... okay, careful now. She doesn't have anything. Okay, not a good idea.
Yeah.
Let's set out. A full gallop. The charlatan said to meet him here, but I think he's in... well, I don't remember. It was mentioned that one of the DLCs, but that was months ago when I read about that. Longer even. So we need to check where he is. I've almost gotten rid of this. My warhorse. Isn't the glorious beast. Although, horse. I may want to... I don't know. I never had a good eye for these kind of things. Anyway. Kinda need to... Where is she?
God save. How may I help you, good knight?
Is Adela still working here?
What do you want Adela for? Ain't my tits big enough for you?
Yes, plenty big. But I really need to speak to Adela. Do you know where she is?
How should I know? Go and ask Madame.
Goodbye.
What are you looking for? You'd better not disturb anyone here. I've got an important guest.
Christ! Is that Adela crying in that room?
Aye, it's a bit unpleasant.
Unpleasant? That fellow is beating her up.
The gentleman is a little on the rough side, but he pays well, and the bruises will heal soon enough.
I want to talk to her.
You can't now. The door stays locked, and the key stays safely with me. Wait until tomorrow.
She could be killed in there. And do you think the bailiff wouldn't hold you responsible, sitting here and doing nothing to stop it?
You really think she could be? God almighty. Here, take the key. Please, help her.
What did you say?
I said you're an...
Are you yanking my pizzle? I said get out.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm here for Adela.
For Adela? But I paid for that whore.
Don't call her a whore.
She fucks for money, you idiot. She is a whore.
Easy. Easy. Have you any idea the shit I can land you in if I have a word with the bailiff?
The bailiff doesn't care about some whore.
Maybe, maybe not. He might care about your sodomy, though, if I give him an eyewitness account.
Fucking hell. What do you want from me?
Get out.
What have you done?
Fuck. I don't need this shit. But you haven't heard the last of this, fucker. I'll cut your fucking throat for that.
What in God's name have you done?
I saved you.
Oh my God. Headson will kill me. If Marouche doesn't first.
Everything will be all right.
All right? You said that about Hinnick when you were looking for him. And he ended up dead.
Leave this place. I'll help you.
What? Why? What are you on about?
Why do you live like this? Why don't you just leave?
How? Like I should just drop everything here, pack my things and go off to see someone I don't even know?
Why not?
It's madness. It's like starting all over from the beginning.
And why did you become,
A prostitute.
Yeah.
If you're expecting to hear some touching tale about a poor girl tossed around by fate, you'll be disappointed. I didn't want a husband, and I needed money.
So just for money?
What do you think I do it for? Love? Have you got a problem with that?
No. Everyone has to make a living, but you don't have to be a bath maid.
So what else should I do, in your opinion?
You can just find yourself a different livelihood.
Why? What's wrong with the one I have?
What about when you get older? Do you think the men will still come to you?
That's true, unfortunately.
You can't go on like this forever. You could catch some nasty disease.
What do you know about such things?
I've seen plenty, believe me. Maybe too much.
Oh, sorry. I try not to think too much about that.
Well, maybe you should. The apothecary in Rat Eye could tell you a lot about the ailments people come to him with.
I'm still not sure.
But you're a pariah. No one will talk to you.
What do I care about anyone else? Let them look out for themselves and I'll do the same.
You don't care what other people think.
They can think what they like.
You won't always be able to manage on your own, whether you like it or not.
So what?
Not even Johanka can manage everything on her own.
I don't know any Johanka.
She's from Skalitz, like me. Just an innocent girl.
They all claim that.
But she really is. Well, that is, she was.
Ha! So what did she do? Did she go with a man for money too?
Only to help others.
Oh, I bend over backwards here to help others.
It was only on account of her that the wounded from Skalitz got to Sasau. Although they didn't have it easy there either.
I heard they took them in at the monastery.
Aye, but they didn't exactly bend over backwards to help them there. Johanka had to take care of them on her own. Most of them wouldn't have lived without her. And to get some extra supplies for them, she succumbed to the custodian there.
For them? She had nothing out of it for herself.
She only did it for them.
I don't think I've ever met anyone like that.
Look, when I came to see her the first time, after Skalitz, she was destroyed. And they wanted to drive her out of the monastery. She could have just gone. But she didn't want to stop helping the others.
But what's any of that got to do with me?
It was Johanka who sent me to you.
But I don't even know her. Why would she send you to me?
It was a revelation from the Virgin Mary.
A revelation? How?
The Blessed Virgin started visiting Johanka in her dreams.
Visiting?
Well, that's how Johanka put it. Like visitations in which she spoke to her. And according to these visitations, she believes she has a duty to save sinners.
And you believe in these visitations?
Yes, I believe.
And you think I should leave here?
You don't care that you're living in sin?
So? Virtue won't put food on my table.
Man cannot live by bread alone.
I'll wager you've never known real hunger.
Oh, I have. Believe me. But I never sold my soul on account of it.
I wish I had that kind of will. I'm still not sure.
Haven't you ever thought of doing something different?
Like what?
Well, wouldn't you like to help the sick?
That's a lot of work, isn't it?
Yes, but you'd have nothing to be ashamed of.
I suppose not. You know, you might be right about some things.
So you'll leave it?
But how? Where would I go? What would I live on?
Wouldn't you like to help in the infirmary at Sasau Monastery?
Would they let me?
You're a bath maid who knows something about healing. They'd be glad to have you.
But where will I live?
Well, there, of course. It's modest, but you'll have everything you need.
I'm not used to much anyway.
See then? I reckon you've nothing to worry about.
All right. Will we go right away?
We can go right now. Come on then.
All right. I'll just say farewell to the girls and pack a few things. Mother of God, I'm all in a flutter. To pack up and go, just like that.
You're doing the right thing. You'll see.
Goodbye.
Okay then. What is this? What's going on?
I told you I wasn't done with you yet. I'll hang you up by the balls from the nearest tree, and then I'll get what I paid for from that harlot. What are you doing here?
You'll pay for that!
I'm over here.
God damn!
Herr Gott! Aus.
Yeah!
Is that all you got?
What for?
Yeah!
Damn!
Is that the best you can do?
You call that combat?
Blood will be spilled.
Wait.
Ow! Damn! What's the matter?
Bring it on.
Okay, an attack, 3v1.
What are you doing
Done with you yet.
Tired
I'll
of
hang
life,
you up
are
by the
you?
balls from the nearest tree,
I'm gonna
and then I'll
enjoy
get what I
this.
paid for from that harlot.
Is that all you
the
got?
knees of you! Is that the best you can do?
Call that combat? Come here, Lily Liver. I'm gonna enjoy this.
You'll get what for. What's the matter? Come on.
Come here, Lily Liver. Ow! I haven't even started yet.
Kunda.
Is that all you...
Ow!
Shit!
Okay, another reload. Damn, I'm out of practice with this game and they've changed the balance around. Wearing a full set of plate armor versus 3 guys with plate armor. It's kinda... or half plate, I guess you could call it.
You'll get what for?
Is that the best you can do?
Okay, the guy with the shield is probably gonna...
I'll slaughter you.
What's the matter? Come on!
Damn it all. How do I fight fucking groups? Because the game has a tendency of, oh, here's 3 enemies, or here's 4 enemies.
I told you
Well,
I
I
wasn't
never.
done with you yet.
The
I'll hang you
pigs
up by the
and
balls
wolves
from the
to the
nearest
slaughter.
tree, and then I'll
Come
get
here,
what I
Lily
paid
Liver.
for from that harlot. You're dead.
What's the matter? Come on.
Okay.
Call that combat? Gone weak at the knees, have you? Is that the best you can do?
Whoa.
Bring it on!
I'm going to enjoy this. I'll slaughter you!
You fucked up there! Christ! Come here, Lily Liver. You cry now.
You'll get what for. Bring it on.
Let Christ. You call that combat? Missed. Ha!
Okay, this guy is pretty fucking tough. Okay.
Fuck! I'll slaughter you.
Come down here then.
Bugger! You'll get.
Will we keep going? Henry? Will we keep... Henry?
Look what I've got. You'll love. There. That's
Will we keep going?
good. That's my. Good. That's my. Good. That's.
Will we keep going? Will we keep going? Will we keep going? Are you all right?
Good. That's my boy.
Will we keep going? Are you all right, Henry? Will we keep going? Will we keep going? Henry?
Look what I've. You'll. Look what I've. You'll.
Henry? Will we keep going? Are you all right, Henry?
Are you alright?
Yes, I'm fine. It's you they were after mostly. And are you all right?
Just a scratch or two. Those idiots didn't know who they were taking on.
Good. The sooner we go, the better. I don't want to stay here any longer.
Let's go then.
Good luck then.
Well, that went as well as you would expect, but once Sadis is put out of this world, not exactly what you'd want, but hey.
Here we are. Give it a while and you'll be happy here. Believe me.
Oh, Henry. I'm starting to have a good feeling about this. Maybe I'll really find happiness here.
I'm sure you will. Johanka will take care of you. She's very good at that.
You know, you're the first one to do something for me, without expecting anything. And I don't have anything to give you, unless, if you wanted. For one last time, together.
You don't have to thank me, and you certainly don't have to offer your body to anyone. Anyone at all.
Oh, thank you, Henry. Thank you.
For the love of God! What have you been doing?
I went to Ledetsko like you asked me.
And? How did it turn out?
You were right. Turned out well with Adela. I persuaded her to leave her trade and find a more virtuous job. She's here for you.
That's great news.
I promised her you take care of her, and I brought her here. She'll help you take care of the sick and injured, like you wanted.
You did a great job, Henry. Thank you. Of course I'll take care of her. We can't let her down now.
And how are things going here?
Much the same as always. There are always wounded and sick people. I'm on my feet from morning till night. But Matthias is better. I'm glad about that. There's these troublemakers, though.
Troublemakers?
Aye. While you were gone, some thugs came here and kicked around the gifts that people brought. Then they vanished before the guards got here.
Oh? Who were they?
I didn't see them at it, but there's some fellas hanging around now by the entrance to the monastery. Maybe that's them? And whenever I go into town, they take liberties with me.
Take liberties how? Did they hurt you?
No, they just make all sorts of offensive comments on account of me speaking on the square. And when someone comes to see me, they make trouble for them. So now, almost no one wants to come here. Maybe you could have a word with them?
Shouldn't the custodian deal with that? It's his job, right?
Well, it is, but I don't want to ask him for anything. I don't want to feel obliged to him. I'd rather sort it out without him.
Fair enough.
God be with you.
She's a loose woman. Honest folk should avoid her like the plague. God be with you, my good man.
Likewise, pilgrim.
And to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit?
Who sent you here?
Sent us? No one but the Holy Spirit and our Christian duty.
I see. Well, my Christian duty prompts me to give a bit of coin to those in need. What do you say? Are you in need?
Since it's you.
Well, a little more and we'll call it a deal.
Well, thanks for the, alms. Listen, here's how it is. Some of the important citizens here don't care for Johanka talking nonsense about visitations from the Virgin Mary. And there are certain good wives who think she's up to no good. They don't like it that their husbands are hanging around here. And there's talk that she's got something with a custodian and who knows who else. And we're just here to warn decent people about the iniquities going on here.
Uh-huh. Is that so? Well, now you've warned me, you can clear off.
Well, I'm afraid we don't want to do that.
Get the hell out of here and leave Johanka and everyone else here in peace. Got it?
Ah, we'd love to oblige, but we really don't feel like going anywhere. Sorry.
Don't fuck with me. You leave Johanka alone, or I'll straighten out that crooked face of yours.
All right, easy now. No need to get upset. We're going. Satisfied?
For now. But if you as much as look sideways at Johanka again...
Sure, we get it.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
God save you. Good luck, man.
Look what I've got. You'll love...
Well,
God
I never. The pig turns up willing.
Yeah.
I hope.
Okay, he won't be able to deal with my clothes. I either need to go to Ratai, or I'll just go talk with Johanka now. I think I'll do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Learn how to ride a horse, idiot!
Look here. Why didn't you care about you?
God be with you. What can I do for you?
God bless.
I'd like to.
Uh-huh.
A bit of everything.
I'm sure.
Goodbye.
Okay, my wounds are healed.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I dealt with those troublemakers. They won't be coming back in a hurry.
Thanks, Henry. I thought they'd never go. You didn't say anything about it to the custodian, did you?
Ah, he knows nothing about it. You don't think I need the help of Sir Sebastian to deal with a few thugs, do you?
Good. I wouldn't want him to think I'm in distress.
Oh? Why's that?
Ah, nothing. It's not
Henry,
important.
I'm glad you stopped by.
Listen, there's some merchant staying at the Wagoner's Inn who's been asking after me. Would you go with me to see him? I know those thugs are gone, and it should be safe now, but...
Of course I'll go. It's only a stone's throw after all.
Pavel of Colin, I believe you were asking for me?
Thank you for coming, Johanka. I hope you're not offended by this meeting place. I apologize, but I feel a little confused in your presence. It's your preaching. In truth, I don't know whether I'm speaking to you or the Virgin Mary.
I'm sorry to say, this is just plain old Johanka from Scallops. Flesh and blood.
And this is Henry. He's telling the truth, and sometimes he tells a little more truth than necessary. What is it you wanted to see me about, Pavel?
Divine Providence led me back to Sasau after many years, and by the same grace I heard the words you preached, and my eyes were opened.
Just as the Blessed Virgin wanted. Are you troubled by some sin, Pavel?
I've encountered many things in my life, but I never before heard a true prophetess speaking. And you're right. It came to me that it was time for me to make amends for my sin of long ago, and I decided to do some deed for the common good.
You speak very eloquently, Pavel, though a bit mysteriously. I'm not sure I understand you.
I notice you have an armed escort with you.
Henry is my protector, helper, and good friend. Because not everyone in Sasau hears the words of the Virgin with the same piety as you.
This may be yet another ray of divine providence. You see, I'm looking for someone with an adventurous but honest soul. Someone who would find some wealth that I lost and donate it all to the deserving in Sasau.
Aha! Henry here could be just the man you need.
Is that so, Henry?
You won't find a more adventurous soul in these parts.
You speak boldly. That pleases me. Johanka, I'd like to thank you kindly for your visit. I don't wish to detain you any longer.
If you feel we've said all that needs to be said, I'll leave you and Henry to discuss things alone.
So?
Johanka is an exceptional person with an important mission, wouldn't you say?
Well, I'm glad people see her that way, but I just try and help her as an ordinary friend who's concerned about her.
A job like any other, is it?
Anyway, what is it you want help with?
It's like this. In the last year of Emperor Charles's reign, I came here to Sasau to close a profitable deal, but it didn't turn out entirely as planned, and I was obliged to hide some of my money in the woods near the town. Who would even imagine that in the ruins of an old settlement lies a real treasure trove? I tried to go and recover it myself, and I can be glad that I didn't pay for that attempt with my life, as you've probably noticed.
Yes. You look like you were mauled by a pack of enraged squirrels.
The truth is even more absurd. I simply lost my footing and tumbled downhill. No doubt another divine sign that I ought to leave the search to someone such as yourself.
I'm not surprised. Merchants in the wilds are a rare species, unlike humans. Where is this treasure of yours, then? I could get the dog to sniff it out.
I'll describe the way there. You can enter the woods between the quarry and the marshland. You can see the spot from here. There's a small stream that flows into the river. Following it upstream seems simple enough, but actually it took me a long time getting up that slope. As I already said, I tripped and rolled quite a way down, after which I considered it wiser to abandon my search. As if that weren't enough, I lost my hat there.
Well, maybe it'll still be there. Unless it's been devoured by some boar with good taste in clothing.
Who knows? If you should find it, you're welcome to have it. As you can see, I've already got a new one. Anyway, at the point where I fell, there's a forest track that joins the stream. If you follow it closely, and you'll need to keep your eyes peeled, you'll come upon the ruins of a settlement, and in one of those ruins, the money is stashed.
Right, quarry, stream, path, ruins. I should be able to remember that. And I should bring the treasure to you.
Actually, I'd rather you made the donation for me. I'm in no shape for running around now. Just come back when you've found it, or not. Meanwhile, I'll give some thought to who we shall donate the money to. Agreed?
Well, how could I refuse a pleasant stroll in the countryside? I'll be happy to go and look for your stash.
You are indeed an adventurous soul, Henry. As I recall, I hid there not only a large amount of groschen, but also something else. Nothing valuable, just a dagger which will be rusty by now. Please bring that to me too, as a memento. Good luck, Henry, and thank you.
Okay.
Well, couldn't you just donate some other money?
It seems peculiar, I admit, but this treasure has more than a monetary value. It's the embodiment of my guilt, as Johanka said. We are those sinners, and we must rebuild those walls. That's why it must be this money, even if it were only 1 groschen.
Tell me again about this treasure. I don't quite understand its history.
I can't say it's something I care to repeat, but as you wish, I'll spare you any unnecessary details. It really is quite a straightforward story. Many years ago, I was engaged in long-distance trade, and my partners and I made quite a lot of money. I confess that our practices weren't terribly honest.
Oh? How's that?
Well, we sold short measures of cloth, mixed sand with salt, and gave fictitious origin to wines. We passed off local wines as Italian and diluted the good ones with water. It was inevitable that our deceitful dealings would catch up with us, or rather with me. My associates arranged a deal here in Sasau that they contrived to be the last in my life. I am by nature a cautious man, so I wasn't taken by surprise. I was quite prepared for their trap. So I let my associates get caught in their own ambush. And in case any of them should get out of it, I hid some of the money in the woods. Upon my return to Colleen, the council there accepted the remainder of the money with gratitude and absolved me of any blame. They even allowed me to buy myself a bailiff's office. Since King Wenceslas succeeded to the throne, I have lived an honest life and enjoyed a respected station. For that reason, too, I forgot about my treasure until now.
But your deed caught up with you at last.
Just so. He who has acted unrighteously must make amends.
When you were talking about donating the money for the common good, what did you have in mind?
The Virgin Mary chose Sasau as the place to reveal her message, didn't she? You don't have to go any further than the Rathaus or the Church of St. Martin. Both places carry the same weight for me. The important thing is, I know Bailiff Hašek or Father Fabian will handle the donation better than, say, the monastery.
Wouldn't you say Johanka's infirmary is working for the common good?
Certainly, but its financial affairs are handled by the monastery, which has a very poor record in that respect.
They'd probably just spend it on more scaffolding. The Rat House or St. Martin's is a more deserving cause.
Okay, Costin here, signing off. Thank you all for watching and stay tuned.